Well, let's get you caught up on some other stories we are following this morning, starting with new developments on a homicide investigation in Clayton County. We first brought this one to you as breaking news yesterday on 11 Alive Morning News. Police say Norman Early Johnson III was shot and killed in an apartment robbery attempt early yesterday morning. Officers say they found him dead on the floor inside a Riverdale apartment off Highway 85. Police say they are actively working the case. We will update you when we learn more. FBI Director Christopher Wray is doubling down on his decision not to call the Atlanta spa shootings a hate crime. Here's what he had to say yesterday while testifying before the House Judiciary Committee.
Well, certainly, as you know, Congressman, because that's my home city as well, my heart aches for the victims of that attack, and I grieve with their families. In the instance in question, I think the comment I made was consistent with the information we had at the time, but I regret if anyone's reaction to that was otherwise.
Days after the deadly shootings in March, Wray said it did not appear to be a hate crime. Robert Long is accused of shooting and killing 8 people, including 6 Asian Americans at 2 different spas. New information about the federal court hearing about the lawsuit filed against Major League Baseball over the All-Stars move from Cobb County to Denver, Colorado. Yesterday, a Manhattan judge ruled against the suit filed by JCN. The organization said MLB acted unconstitutionally when it moved the All-Star game from Truist Park to Denver. They wanted it back in Cobb County or $100 million in damages for businesses. The league moved the game because of the state's new election law. For more on the judge's decision, head to 11alive.com.